Hey, Jim and Tammy, this is Justin Tilson with Steve Killian Associates Real Estate. I'm going to do this walkthrough for you here on the Crippen Road property. So this will probably be the last time you see my face, but we're going to go through the entire place, all of the land, all the structures that we can get into, and hopefully this will give you a good idea if this is something that's going to work for you. Okay. So here we have the exterior of the house. It's your traditional rancher that you see a lot about here in East Tennessee. It's all brick, and it's actually got a large two-car garage as well. Here's the drive that goes down to the road, and this is looking at the back of the two duplex units. We'll get into those here shortly. But first, let's go around to the front yard of the home. It does border one adjacent property there. But this actual piece that this house sits on is about 5.3 acres, I believe. So as you come to the front yard, it's good and flat, and it wraps around here to the back of the home. That's the AC unit. The actual unit is about 12 years old, I believe, but like I said, it hasn't been used in about 7 or 8 years. It turns on, works perfectly now. Anytime that you want cooling or heat, the unit is working just fine. This is back behind the house. This area here incorporates about 2 acres. I wouldn't call it heavily wooded. It does have some cedar trees, but as we go down through here, it flattens out, and there's actually a couple of really nice spots back here if you decided that you wanted to build an additional structure on this property. It's not really overly grown up. Be pretty easy to clear out. As you see, it goes down the hill there towards the back of the property, and there is a small creek that borders it on this area as well. All around down at the bottom of this hill there is a creek, and that's your property line for back at the back of the property. It runs up in through here. Like I said, this area that I've just kind of panned around on is probably a little over 2 acres is what it seems like it works out to when we look at it on the plat. Okay, now we're going to go inside the actual home and kind of give you a tour of it. Like we talked about on the phone, the home itself is dated, but everything in the house is functional, so someone could move in and use it as it sits. Okay, going through the front door. This is the family room that I talked about. Has a fireplace. The hardwood floors in here are actually in really good shape. Wouldn't even need to be refinished or anything. They'd be ready to go. This room opens up into the kitchen. The kitchen as it sits is actually a pretty good size. Big enough for an island or an eat-in area here with a table. If we go back through here, the kitchen, we open up this door. This is going to lead you into a pretty good sized laundry room that has an additional sink and an additional closet here for if you want to keep your cleaning supplies and that sort of stuff. That will go nicely in there. It does come with the washer and dryer. He has no plans on keeping that. This actually opens up into the 2-car garage. It's a good sized garage with a high ceiling. He is currently keeping some automotive type stuff in here. This will be gone. It does not convey with the home. We had also talked about crawl space access. That is how you're going to get into the crawl space. It's pretty tight to get in there. But we actually had a home inspector in there about 3 months ago, and he said that everything appeared to be tip-top. Nothing was out of the ordinary or anything with the crawl space. All right, and there's also attic access up there if you wanted to get into the attic of the home. All right, we're gonna come back into the main portion of the house. This door here actually leads outside to a rear patio, and we'll show that when we get around to the back of the home. All right. This is going to be pretty much a formal living room. Carpet in here could definitely be replaced, restretched and cleaned at the very least, I would believe. That is a window air conditioning unit. That's been here since the home was built. It is functional, but you no longer need it because they have central heat. You've got a double sliding door that goes here out to another patio. And then as you can see right there is the garage. And it's probably about 70 feet here from the back of the house. All right. So now we're coming here. This is going to be the hallway leading down to the bedrooms. Got a coat closet here. All of the door frames and doors in the home are all in good shape. This is your first bathroom here. It's a full bath. The tile is older, but it's perfect. Bathroom's actually clean, and you could use it right away, or you could rehab it for sure. This is your third bedroom here. It's about a 10 by 12 bedroom. It's actually got two closets in it, that one there, and then a double closet there. This is going to be your second bedroom with the gorgeous blue wallpaper and the amazing window treatments. Yes, they do come with the home. And it's going to have a double closet there as well. Over here to the master, again, more just gorgeous window treatments that you guys would get to keep. This room is actually a pretty decent size. I think it's like 12 by 13 or so. It has the double closet doors there, and it's got a full bath here. It is a smallish bath, but it's full. It's going to have a small vanity, sink, and a shower stall over there. This one is, pretty much shows its age as it was the most used bathroom in the home. Okay, we're going to head back down the hallway here and just kind of show you when we come around here, taking a look, like this is the second bedroom. You got a view out the window here and view of where we just were going down there with the additional acreage towards the back of the property. Okay, sorry if this is dizzy. I'm trying to hold it as still as I can. All right, here we go. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna make our way to the back of the property, and we will pick up from there. Okay, here we are picking up just outside the back door. As you can see, there is a large backyard here that's as flat as a board. Perfect for doing pretty much anything that you would traditionally do in a backyard is going to be perfect right here. There is an additional little storage building here with a propane tank. The propane is no longer used, but you do own the tank if you buy the property. And then here we are with what at one time was a gravel drive that came up here to the garage. It has since kind of grown over with grass, but it still works just fine. And there is a large concrete pad out in front of the double door there, and that door itself is a 10-foot high door as well. Okay. Around this side, as you can see, it's just your basic industrial garage, block construction. You had asked about heating and cooling. There is a janitrol unit that is here, and it will come with it. It has not been used in about 6 years, and I never have turned it on, but it is there, and I've been told that it worked when he left the property. Coming around the front, you can see there is an additional entry door down at this end of the garage, and all of this land here comes with the property as well. This is another area that's over an acre here, and it's extremely flat. Large cedar tree there, big, I think that might be a tulip poplar there. I'm not 100% sure, but that's a good size tree as well. And then this goes out here, it's flat, and I'd say that from here to that wood line there is probably about 50 yards or so. It's a good size flat area that you guys could fence in and use for the dogs, that sort of thing. All right, so let's go into the actual garage here. It is lit with fluorescent lights that have not been turned on in a long time, so they take forever to come on. So it's not super brightly lit in here. All of the stuff in the garage he is going to be keeping, as far as the tractor and shelving units and things like that. He has plans on keeping those. Of course, if you guys really wanted them for anything, we could probably work something out. As we go over here, you can see there's the janitorial unit that's here on the inside. And like I said, it was working when he left. Go down this way, large area where he had CNC machines and a generator at one point. There's plenty of wiring in here for just about anything that you would ever want to wire up. Or you could frame it in and use it for the kennels like what we had talked about on the phone. I think that would work wonderfully out here. Just for reference, today it's probably about 76, 77 degrees outside, and it is much cooler in here. I'd say it's probably 10 degrees cooler than it is outside. So, okay, we're gonna go ahead and close that up. And I'm gonna go ahead and take you back around to the back of the property. I keep saying the back of the property. I guess that this would technically be to the right of where the house sits. This is stuff that he was working on, projects, that sort of stuff. He'll clear all this out once the home is sold. You won't have to worry about dealing with any of this priceless Dodge truck debris and that sort of stuff that's back here. But as you can see, walking back through here, this is a pretty large area here. Some of the other people that had looked at this had visions of building another home right here and selling it off separately if they weren't, because they weren't going to, didn't have a use for this particular piece of land. But with you guys and the dogs and stuff, seems like you would probably have use for this. Now, as we go back in here, if it were winter, this could be a lot easier shown to you, but unfortunately it's not, it's summer. But this parcel here is 1.2 acres, and it actually has a sliver that runs down to Crippen Road to give you another access to the main drive, or to the main road that's out there, okay? This is heavily wooded. It's mostly hardwoods. There's no pines back here. But it is very flat. I would say you've got less than a 3% slope from front to back on this. And it's marked off, and you can walk it, but it's essentially a square with a little sliver that runs down to Crippen that gives you an extra 1.2 acres of land back in here. Again, that would be another great place to clear out and build an additional home, plenty of privacy, that sort of stuff. So here we are walking back, and next stop we will be going into the duplexes. Just thought I would come back on this before we go into the duplexes to give you an idea of just how big the property is. This is in front of the garage and behind the home. This is a very large, relatively flat, cleared off spot as well. This is another probably 50 yards by 30 yards. So you're looking at maybe 150 by 80 or so, I guess. There's the area I showed you earlier that was kind of up to the right of the garage. This is down in front of it. Like I said, just plenty of room for stuff. Whatever you could possibly want to do with it, it's going to be an open book. Okay, so here's the back of the duplex that needs to be refurbished. And then as you can see how it sits in the proximity to the second duplex that currently has a renter. There's actually a little backyard to this as well. It kind of goes down there. And we will proceed over here to the front of the properties. There's another picture of the drive coming in. This is all land that it would be owned by you as well, that goes all the way to Crippen Road. This is a little over an acre of land here. And then here we've got the front of the duplex that needs to be rehabbed. Like I said, it's a block building, so it's very structurally sound, but needs some rehab on the inside, so we're gonna go ahead and go on in. Okay, here we are inside duplex one that needs to be rehabbed. This is your living area. Over here is where your kitchen is located. And then on this side is where your bedroom is and your single bath. Not a huge bathroom. Like I said, this one needs to be rehabbed for sure. Does have hardwood floors, but I kind of think they're probably beyond repair. They'd yanked up the carpet in here at some point. And windows. It's actually not a bad little living room, probably 12 by 16 or so. All right, we're gonna go into the next unit now. Here we are coming into unit 2. This is the worst of the 2 units that needs to be rehabbed. Floor has been ripped up in here. As you can see, it's on a slab. That is where there was a water leak in the roof and it caved in. It's no longer an active leak, but it is pretty much an eyesore. This is the single bedroom on this unit. Bedroom's more towards the front, and then it goes around into the bathroom, which I don't think, yeah, we do not have power in here. So again, it's just a small 6 by 6 bathroom that's got a tub, sink, and a toilet in it. Around to the back of the unit is where the leak was, is where the kitchen area is. Here's what that looks like. Honestly, the cabinets are probably salvageable if you're gonna, try to do it on the inexpensive route. And then here's the back door of this unit. The other one doesn't have a back door. This one does. This leads out back up to the house, and there's a little storage area right there. All right, so now we're gonna go over to the unit that you can actually rent right now. Okay, here we are coming in the back unit. Back door of the unit that is rentable right now. Pretty neutral gray paint on the inside. Got a laminate flooring. Kitchen area there. There's the back door again, window. Here's the bedroom. It is carpeted. Window. You got double closets over here in this one. And then back here is the bathroom. It actually has electricity. Standard tub, pretty much the same as the other ones. Come back around this way. There's the front door that leads out towards the street. Kind of see what we're dealing with there. Back out to the front of the property. And there's a little deck out there with a concrete patio. All right, going back in through here. This is going to go back out towards the back of the property. And as we go back up the hill, it's the backyard for duplex unit number 2. And we'll go back up here to where my car is sitting at the house. There's the double door 2-car garage right there. As you can see, it flows up through here. And nice large tree there in the front yard. And that is pretty much it. Hopefully this was helpful for you guys. I'll go ahead and get it loaded up to YouTube. You'll be watching it. So just give me a shout back and we can discuss it further. Thanks.